Hello, people of the earth, and welcome to a vlog of sorts. This one's going to be slightly different from what it usually is, because instead of me telling you what's coming up next, I'm going to give you the option to. Because, as you know, a few weeks ago, WrestleMania 19 ended, so obviously now I can replace it with something else. But I went through my entire collection of games. They're all over there, having fun, not being played. And went through my entire stash and went, oh, what can I bring to the channel that people would like? And something that I would like as well. So I picked out everything that I would like to play again, and also stuff that would be good for the channel or whatever, and stuff you might like to watch. I don't know, but the important thing is I have a pile of games that I'm going to show to you, and I'll leave them in the description as well on what you can pick out. Yeah, I'm not only that, I'm going to go through a few other things. There's a rather serious thing I'd like to talk about, and it's not beneficial to me or this country. Well, hang on a minute, what am I saying? It's not it's not I can't say it now. It doesn't concern, well, it concerns me, but it doesn't concern the channel necessarily, or some of you out there. But it doesn't concern the country. That's what I was supposed to say. It does concern the country. No, it doesn't. It very fucking concerns the country. But that will come afterwards. And then someone wanted me to show off my entire Wii U library. So I have the Wii U loaded up on screen. So I can see all the games I've actually downloaded as well, and also I've obviously got all the boxes that I have of the games that are in them. Don't worry, I haven't thrown them out the window. So there's that. So let's get started with the first pile of games. I'll go down here. It's not that big, but hey, this is all the games that I would want to come back. So we got the Mario Party series. I got 7 and 8, which I don't mind coming back to. I haven't got any ones before that because I don't know, because it's Mario Party. Once you bought one, technically they're all the same. Well, apart from if you go into 9 and 10, which I don't actually have, as a hint to what I don't have for the Wii U. But I have these two games, Mario Party 7 and 8, so obviously I'll be playing 7 first before 8, unless you'd rather the other, then there's that option. But it's Mario Party 8 or Mario Party 7. Lights. So that's those two, and then we've got Mario Strikers Charged Football. I can show it up there, that's better looking. I think it's got a completely different name in America, because obviously this isn't football, American football, this is English football. So they might have just Mario Strikers Charged, I don't know, they might leave the football out. It's like, we had to have the football. So there's Mario Strikers Charged Football, which is, I can proclaim, even though I'm sounding fun of myself, that no one in the human world that I personally know has beaten me at this game. So I'm quite unstoppable. I'm interested to see if I still have the same skills I did. So if you're interested in that one, you know what to say. Again, I'll be leaving all these games in the description, just so you know. Also, I'll say that one in a minute. We got Super Mario Maker. I love that game too much. We got Super Paper Mario. I'm not the biggest fan of the Paper Mario series because RPGs aren't really my thing, and I know there's a new one coming out which people are kind of disappointed at because it's not the same style. But this one really got to me, because not only is it a platformer, but it's got an interesting concept I've never actually seen duplicated up to this point, because not only is it 2D scrolling, but you can change it so that you can change the 2D level into a 3D level and then walk around it in 3D, which I think is really cool. And obviously it's got a nice story around it, with and you get to play as Mario, Luigi, Peach and Bowser eventually. So it's a really fun game, and there's lots of text to talk through. So yeah, if you want that one, that's an option. Then we got WarioWare Smooth Moves. I'm showing off a lot of Wii games. I don't know why. I want to start playing the Wii again. I like waving the remote around everywhere. Whee! This one's Wario Smooth Moves. It's one of the first games I ever actually got for the console, and it was a good introduction to how to do this thing, because they had all the different hold the controller like this, hold the controller on your head, hold the controller in front of your freaking nose, whatever you want to do to control stuff. And it's very fast-paced action if you don't know the WarioWare games, and yeah, this one's really fun. I also got the one for the DS, I believe, which was WarioWare Touched. So really like that. And then finally we have a GameCube game, hooray! Super Monkey Ball 2, not number 1. Number 1, I like number 1, but it hasn't got a story mode that I can go through, so it's a bit of the same thing, just rolling in a ball as a monkey and avoiding lots of hazards and going through traps and all kinds of stuff like that. But this one actually has a story, and I fancy, I said maybe I can go through the story again. And see all the challenging levels. 9 out of 10 from the official from the Nintendo official magazine, so it shouldn't be that bad. But yeah, still love I like the old Monkey Ball games, and then they kind of lost their touch. I don't know what happened there. I have a few of them for the Wii, but they're not the same. They're not the same. I think the second one is the best. Right, and then finally I have Wii Sports, which isn't in this pile for some reason, and Wii Sports Resort. But I would be playing Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort like one after the other if you chose that. So this one would come afterwards, but this obviously has more games, and I would be attempting to I'd be attempting every single game that's on there. I think for Wii Sports it's just like tennis and boxing and sorry, I got a snivelly nose. That's not one of the games. And bowling, love bowling on that. And again, that came with the console, so I was playing that since the Stone Age with the Wii. And yeah, this is really good. And then this came out with the Resort, and there's tons more games on here: swordplay, wakeboarding, frisbee, archery, basketball. I remember playing basketball a lot. Table tennis, golf, bowling. What's that? Power cruising. What is that? Canoeing, cycling, air sports. So yeah, there's that, and that is the entire thing that I'm considering doing. So to reiterate, that's Super Monkey Ball 2, WarioWare Smooth Moves, Super Paper Mario, Mario Strikers Charged, Mario Party 7 and or 8, and Wii Sports Resort, along with just Wii Sports. So that's what's on offer for now. Because I can't decide out of all of those which ones, so help me out, and whichever one comes first, or whichever one comes the popular vote out of that bunch. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games in total, but I'll leave them all in the description below. Now I know this channel doesn't usually go on the serious note, but this is really important, and this is the last you'll hear about it, because for those of you that don't know, we have a big thing coming up in the UK, in Europe, more concerning, and it involves the European Union, because we know that England is in the European Union along with Germany and France and whatever, just in Europe, and it's all a big important thing that we must actually keep together, I will say. Because what I'm going to say is, for those of you that can vote and are in this country, then I suggest that on the 23rd of June, that date stuck with my mind, I had to look over and see what it was, that you stay in the EU, because I don't want to go on and on about, I mean, there's going to be pros and cons for each, but for the problems that people are coming up with, they sound a bit wrong, to be honest. I mean, they had the balls to send me this thing through the door this morning, just moments away, because it's on the 23rd. And it's not sure which way to vote on June 23rd. Stay in the EU permanently, or vote leave and take back control. So the beginning is already being biased on saying we need to leave, and it's a big. Well, it's not big, but it's full of information that sounds bull, and there's a bunch of people I don't believe would ever say that on the back. But you might have got one through the door, I don't know. But the important thing is we need to stay together in the EU. I know I'm not sounding very serious, but that's because I'm not a very serious person. But this is very important for the country. And don't think that afterwards, if things go wrong, we can vote again. That we can't. This is a permanent decision. We can't say, oh, we'll fix our mistakes and whatever and we'll vote again. We can't vote again. This is it. This is the only vote we're going to get. And this is going to affect us and our children and our children's children. So it's a big decision. But stay in the EU. We're supposed to be more united. There are a lot of people that are, for staying in the EU, and most of them are very intelligent and very smart. Stephen Hawking is one of them. And if you're going to ignore a genius, one of the biggest intellectual minds on the planet, then you're an idiot. Basically, you may as well go and party with Nigel Farage in a pub, okay, if you're going to vote out of the EU. So take it from me, on June 25th myself, I'm going to vote stay in, and you need to stay in as well. We all need to stay in the EU, for those of us who live in the UK, and for those of us who live in America, don't vote for Donald Trump, right? But I don't know the political climate over there. Why would I want him in the White House? He's a bit of a dick. So I don't know. What's the American view over there? I don't know. I don't look up American politics very much. But Donald Trump just sounds like bad news. But that's not the issue here. The issue here is we need to stay in the EU. One point I can raise, which will, in case you're on the fence about it, is they're all complaining about foreigners coming in, right? Right. So who from the EU is in this country right now? Okay, Polish people, but they've been in here since the Second World frickin' War. So that's not going to change. And most of the people that are here and that probably work in the NHS and some other important areas that we wouldn't want to get our hands dirty with is people from Africa and people from India. Mostly people from India, and India is not in the European Union. So the laws wouldn't change if we voted to come out of the EU for those people. So they would stay here. So we wouldn't, and it's just making us feel like we're the enemy. The EU is the bad guy here, when we know who the real bad guy is. Not that I'm biased or anything, but it's the Conservative Party. Boy, I'm getting too political. I'm going to shut up now in a minute, because I don't know how much longer I got left on the camera, but hey, I tend to natter, so I'm trying to reserve on how much information I give out about myself and my voting habits. But I've made a lot of bad decisions about voting in the past. Hell, I voted for the Liberal Democrats before they had the coalition, so yeah. Good decision, me. So I'm not making another bad decision, and this is it, because I've started supporting Labour, and we need to stay in the EU. Case closed. Don't care, because the Conservative government just want control over everything, and the way they do that is they get rid of the being able for Brussels to decide what to do with us. So if you want to give them total control, then go ahead. Hand over England on a silver platter. But we need to stay in the EU. We need to stay united. We need to stay united as a planet. I think that we should be coming together just not only as a continent, but as a whole. We've seen so many programs, Star Trek mostly, where everyone is it's called the United Federation of Planets. I mean, that's great. I'd love that concept. We need to be more united, and that's all I'm going to say on the matter. We don't need to be splitting up. You don't run away from your problems. You face them head on. It's something I've learned to do for quite some time now. Because otherwise the problems will just come back to bite you in the ass. So, and we can't stand alone in this country alone. So stay in the EU. So for those that vote or can vote that are in England, stay in the EU. Vote, stay in. Don't vote. What are they calling? What are they calling it? They're calling it, Brexit. Because Brexit, I don't know, it's a bit stupid really. Don't vote for that load of tosh. I mean, there's even, they got someone Sir Richard Dearlove, a former chief of MI6. Yeah, he's saying vote out because he's a former chief of the MI6. You know, guy that commands James Bond around. No thanks, not doing that. So yeah, we got a bunch of people on there that I wouldn't trust. Basically, trust Stephen Hawking. He's a genius. He's intelligent, and he says stay in the EU. There's a lot of other people saying stay in the EU, but I'm going to case closed now. I'm going to shut up. This is not a political platform, and it never will be. Be happy. Don't be unhappy. Going to use these as much as possible. I should be using them more on my Let's Plays, especially this one, because this one's so mean. Yeah, so stay in the EU. That's all I got to say. Take it from me, because otherwise we're going to pay for it dearly, like big time. I mean, obviously there's going to be bad stuff for staying in, but the pros outweigh the cons, I believe, with staying out of the oh, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm gonna zip it, and I'm gonna call it a day for this vlog. But thanks for thank you so much for watching, and now I'm gonna move on, in case you're curious, on my entire collection of Wii U friggin' games. This one's a bigger pile than the other one. Some of these I have played for the channel, but I'll let you know if I have, and I might leave descriptions, and I might leave links in the descriptions for that. Who knows? If I find myself not busy enough with doing stuff. First game I got is Zombie U. I actually got this game with the Wii U. It's rather good. Rather good horror game. I did play this for the channel on the first ever horror month that we had in October back in 2014. So that I got Pikmin 3, but someone knows that already that was curious, and I need to get rid of this game. I can't pick up the concept. Second one's better for me. Second one's better, but I talked about that on a live stream, so I won't bang on about that. Also, obviously, I got Super Smash Brothers, which I tried to play for the channel. Didn't turn out too well. I'm actually considering playing it again, but I'm playing it off camera and then recording it and then just talking about it afterwards, but I don't think I can do that. That's kind of a bit complicated, because I tried to do that before and it was like, bleh. No. We got the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games. That's in Sochi. That's 2014 again. Obviously the new one's coming out, which I'll probably be getting sometime soon. So I've got that. This isn't games that I'm going to be playing for the channel, by the way. That's the other pile. I got Mario Tennis Ultra Smash, not the best game ever. I think it was Nintendo filler, as they call it. So, yeah, not the best game, but it was fun for while it lasted. Not that it lasted long. I got Super Mario 3D World. Yay! Still love this game. I wouldn't mind coming back to this at some point. It's really fun and really challenging in some places. So you know, it's good. So that might be on the future Let's Plays. Who knows? Also, I got Nintendo Land. God, the case still feels new. That's proof that I haven't played this very much, because this is more of a multiplayer, local multiplayer thing. Like when you're all in the same room, and obviously there's no one else here. Unless they're hiding from me. Hello? Nope. No one here. No one wants to play Nintendo Land with me. Never mind. Obviously I've got Sonic Boom Riser Lyric, which I did play for the channel, and flip the haters. I like this game. It breaks the mold from other Sonic games. So, yeah, it's good. And it's supposed to be a spin-off game anyway, so treat it like it's a spin-off, not a main series title. It's not a main series title, it's a spin-off. It wasn't even made by Sega, it was made by another company. Well, obviously it was, Sega had some input, but mostly it was made by another company, by the name Big Red Button. So, yeah. Those were the developing team. Anyway, obviously I've got Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, which I did play for the channel, and then I'm taking a break, and then I am coming back to it, hopefully this year. So you'll see more of that, but I'm trying to get all the... what am I trying to get? Well, I'm trying to get, basically, unlock everything. I think it's all, like, unlocking the crystals and all that stuff. So I'll be trying to do that. I have Scribblenauts Unlimited. because yeah, I like the concept of being able to just create anything and do anything, and this game's rather interesting on that front. Who knows? I might do a let's play of this, but not quite yet, because you know it didn't hold my interest for that long because you know it's a bit of a slow game. I'm more of an action kind of person, but that's that game. I also got Hyrule Warriors. I don't know why, but hey, it's a Zelda game and there's lots of fan service in it for the Zelda franchise, but it didn't really tickle me because it's more like a slasher. So you're just continually hitting the same button, just hitting masses of people, and then you get allies just standing around doing nothing. Going, what's the time? Better be off to lunch. I got Need for Speed Most Wanted You. This also came with the console because I couldn't choose. It just said, here, have this game with the console. It got blasted into my face, and I'm not that bad, and you know I like driving games, so this was good, I suppose. I think this is why I got the bundle in the first place. But this game isn't like the best, but I still found it kind of enjoying for the most part. And then I got Sonic Lost World, which I lost my rag out on this channel ages ago. That was before Facecam Land existed on my channel, and I hate this game. It's going in the bin. I don't get people who like the series because I found it really horrible. Just the physics and everything was just going wrong, and I had to press a button to make Sonic run. It's like, hello, what? I had to press a button to make Sonic run? I had to hold it down? He can just run all the time. That's what he does. He doesn't walk around being careful. I don't know. Well, why do I have to have a run button in Sonic? That's kind of like a given. I want to run all the time. Therefore, I have to have my finger on the button the whole friggin' time. Otherwise, nothing works. I don't know. There's several other gripes I have about that game. But I'm going to close it off because I would obviously been yakking on too much. unless you don't find that as a bad thing. But yeah, so to recap, all the games are there. I'll leave them in the description, all these lovely things around here. And stay in the EU, and that's all my Wii U games. And be happy. That's another thing. Be like this guy. Pull this face right now. Go on. Pull it. But in any case, I'll see you however and whenever. Good day, and goodbye. And probably the next time I do a vlog, it will cover another important subject, but that will come when it will come. And yeah, I'll let you know all about it. So tune in for the next vlog when it comes up, whenever it does come up. And yeah, that'll do it. So see ya. Goodbye. No, wait, I'm not going anywhere. I didn't even finish because I had the screen up in front of me, and I still forgot that I was supposed to be saying some of the other games that I've got for the Wii U on the actual Wii U console that haven't come in disc form. So I've got Minecraft, the Wii U edition, with the I've also got the Binding of Isaac Rebirth, lots of fun. Fast Racing Neo, racing games. Octodad, Deadliest Catch, very fun game, very funny. Nylumbra, which I've played for the channel, that was good. I recently downloaded The Legends of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, because the Nintendo's having like a 50% off sale, and it was like, ooh, cheap. Everyone loves cheap. And then I got an automatic game that came with a download or an update or whatever, but it's Mini Mario and Friends Amiibo Challenge, which I tried out. It's not that great. That's probably why it came with the console itself. My eyes itchy. I got Super Toy Cars because he's racing. Mario vs Donkey Kong Tipping Stars, which I played a little bit for the channel. As a part of a mini-series. I think there's only like 4 parts, but it's there. Got the NES Remix, which is a lot of fun, which is like playing classic games, except they've got different rules and stipulations and whatever. Also got Earthbound for the Virtual Console, because that's an actual good RPG. I need to play that. You know, I'm not very into RPGs, but that's a good one. Like I said. Also, obviously, I got Super Mario Brothers, the original, for the Virtual Console. I got a game called It'll Do. which is almost like a Zelda-esque type of game, but it kind of takes the mick out of the genre. Which is surprising to find on the Wii U, is that a game taking the mick out of what Zelda technically is. But it's still a fun little game. It's not that big, but it's still interesting and stuff like that. Also, a game I played one time for the channel was Bombing Bastards. I got yeah, simply because of the title. This is a family-friendly console, and yet they have a game on here called Bombing Bastards. I think I saw it on another console, but it's under a different name. But Nintendo gets the Bombing Bastards name. It's a Bomberman-esque type of game, which what attracted me to it. It's not bad. Then I got Paper Monsters Recut, simply because it reminded me of Little Big Planet, which I also have. And then, yeah, that's it. Everything else is all flipping apps and stuff. Oh, I got Typo Man, which is another indie game. Not that bad. Could have been better. But yeah, it's an interesting concept, turning words into objects to do what you want them to do, or whatever. It's a nice little puzzle game. But yeah, that's it. Okay, so we can officially say it's over now, so goodbye. That is it. I'm done, for sure.